Addictions Community Grant Program helps to improve the lives of people living with mental illness, substance abuse, gambling problems, and those of their families. The grants are available for community organizations to create and run programs for youth, Aboriginal and diverse communities, mental health and addictions programs, community supports, reducing stigma and discrimination, people with disabilities, workplace programs, and substance abuse and gambling. We can never lose sight of the critical role community support plays in the recovery and well-being of someone living with mental illness and addictions. Getting people involved in their community is a vital part of a person's recovery. These grants give community members like the Canadian Mental Health Association the financial help and support they need to make a difference in the lives of people in their area. In a moment, you will hear more about how this organization is using their community grant funding to do some amazing work. This year, the Department of Health and Wellness will give a total of $1 million in grants to 20 very worthy organizations. 2 organizations are receiving funding for the very first time, and the remaining are getting second-year funding for the next phase of their initiatives. Congratulations to all of the recipients, and I wish you all success in your programs and initiatives. Thank you all for being here. And now I'd like to call upon Ms. Margaret Murray to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone, and on behalf of the Board of Canadian Mental Health Halifax-Dartmouth branch and the staff and volunteers and members, I want to thank Patricia Arab for being here today and coming to make this wonderful announcement. As she mentioned, we have been successful in receiving a community grant this year. We did have a different grant last year with Getting Through the Doors, and now we're moving into this next phase. You know, our organization is dedicated to addressing the social determinants of health and collaborating in creative ways to achieve our vision of mentally healthy people in a healthy society. I mean, that vision is and we all know it's quite a ways away, but I think it's a great vision to be striving for. And you know, we're so pleased that this new initiative, Creative Collaborative Communities, we're going to be partnering with Colchester East Hants branch of Canadian Mental Health Association, Self-Help Connection, and Housing University. And also we've assembled a wonderful team of people who are going to be working on this project, and most of them are here today. And it's Marta Mahaney and her position. All of these positions are part-time and contract, but they're really, I know it's a wonderful opportunity for us to have you know, these resources. So Marta Mahaney are going to be our project community connector. Brittany Nogler working as the recreation therapist. Gerard McNeil, who's here, as the creative process facilitator. And we were also going to have Dr. Lara Fenton with Housing University, and she's going to be working as a researcher on this project. So you can see we've really assembled a great team. And I just want to tell you a little bit about it. Creative collaborative communities will build on what has been learned in many person-centered initiatives, including CMHA's framework of support, which some of you may be familiar with. It will use recreation experiences and creative processes to enhance collaboration and cooperation in the community for overall improved mental health. And the collaborative partnerships involved with this initiative will help to reduce barriers and improve capacity and understanding in the mental health community, as well as contributing to the academic community to allow for greater learning. And I think as this project unfolds, this is going to be the first week that it's just beginning this week, but I think all of you are excited to share more information and have you hear about, you know, the great, well, kind of some really, maybe some new ideas, things you haven't heard of before. And we do have some information over here on the table that kind of summarizes not just the goal, but some of the objectives, and I'm just going to read a few of those to you about the initiative. To create a collaborative network of service providers and resources, facilitate creative process sessions across mainland Nova Scotia, collaborate to improve access to services on the mental health continuum, facilitate educational workshops using leisure-based techniques, increase awareness of services of support, and individualized access for severely isolated to workshop sessions in Halifax and Colchester, East Hants. And also the project is going to work towards hosting a one-day experiential learning event in May 2015, and that will bring community stakeholders together across Nova Scotia, with particular emphasis on mainland Nova Scotia. So that's going to be held maybe just a little after Mental Health Week, because we're a little late getting started, but it's going to be coinciding with that month when Mental Health Week is going on. So I think it sounds, I'm sure you can all agree, it sounds like a wonderful initiative, and we're so grateful to receive the funding. So thank you so much, and if you have any questions, you can speak to me or any of the new staff and contract people who will be working on the grant after this. And there's some refreshments, so please help yourself.
Thank you so much, Margaret. And as Margaret said, this is the end of the formal part of our announcement. I just wanted to add to that. Actually, today's my birthday, and I couldn't think of a better way of celebrating or a better gift than to be a part of this today. And the best birthday will be when we eradicate the stigmas that surround mental illness, and when we can offer supports to everybody. And so thank you for sharing this with me today and allowing me to be with you, and I hope everybody has a great day.